Good afternoon, colleagues and friends, and welcome to this IFPRI policy seminar on Argentina's G20 presidency. I just wanted to start thanking you all for being here and the panelists. It's always a pleasure to have my colleagues sitting here next to me. The G20 is a forum for world leaders to collectively debate and address current global challenges. The scope of their agenda has broadened since its creation in 1999 to include different topics now. They include sustainable development, agricultural, trade, migration, climate change, energy, and as well as gender equality, as well as the core issues of macroeconomic coordination and financial stability. The G20 brings together the world's 19 most important industrialized and emerging economies, plus the European Union. They account for 85% of global GDP, 2/3 of the world population, 60% of agricultural land, and about 80% of international trade. As reflected in this year's theme, which is building consensus for fair and sustainable development, Argentina's presidency is aiming to build consensus for fair and sustainable development to help generate equal opportunities for all people and advance efforts to eradicate poverty. Two of the key themes that this presidency said it will focus on are infrastructure and development and sustainable food future. These themes accompany Macri's domestic agenda, which emphasizes in job creation, infrastructure development, and climate adaptation, as well as some characteristics of the Argentine economy, which is being a major net food exporter. This offers an opportunity to discuss food security, nutrition, and agricultural sustainability in a complete and comprehensive way. The G20 seeks to enrich its agenda, resorting on the knowledge and expertise of engagement groups, which are civil society organizations from the G20 nations. For this year G20, the engagement groups will be the B20, which is the business, the civil society, labor, science, women, youth, and of course the T20, which are the think tanks. That's the one we're going to concentrate more in this roundtable. During the Argentine G20, the T20 is coordinated by two local institutions, which are CARI and CPEC, and their goal is to develop policy recommendations through 10 task forces. These forces will cover issues related to infrastructure, gender, migration, climate change, Sustainable Development Goals Agenda, cooperation with Africa, trade, and investment. A summary of these recommendations will be given to the G20 presidency during the T20 summit, which will take place next September in Buenos Aires. This roundtable event will highlight the challenges and ambitions for 2018, and we will focus more than anything in trade, food security, and sustainable agriculture. Please let me introduce the panelists. You can actually see their bios in the webpage, the IFPRI webpage for this event. I'm just going to say their titles just to gain some time. So we have Agustín Tejeda, the chief economist of the Buenos Aires Grain Exchange. We have Máximo Torero, the executive director for Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Paraguay, Peru, and Uruguay from the World Bank Group. We have Astrid Jacobs de Padua, Minister Counselor, Food and Agriculture from the Embassy of the Federal Republic of Germany, based here in Washington, D.C. We have Eugenio Diaz Bonilla, the head of IFPRI Latin America and the Caribbean program. And last but not least, David Laborde, which is senior research fellow here at IFPRI. And with this, just let me start this conversation. The way we're going to set it up is we're just going to have, more than anything, just a discussion with the panelists. So we already have a set of questions that I would like to ask them in particular, and then we will open the floor for your own questions that you may have for the panelists.